Bum ba bum bum ba 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 bum. Bum ba bum bum ba 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 bum. What's up, all? It's Norn. Welcome back to the channel, and hello if you're new. And I think I'm gonna actually have to make an intro for this game, because I don't think I'm stopping. I'm hooked. I love it, man. There's like so much stuff that's reminding me of Marvel Future Revolution. Me and Vader were here. Vader was here for gaming last night. He's in this now too. He's Vader born. He's playing it, and he says he likes it as well. So as you can see, like, I have these locked, and you can't delete one unless it's inactive for 60 days. So now I have 2 mages and 1 berserker, but it's fine. I actually want to try the archer out, because I think the archer would be pretty wicked. Like, I want to get to everything. So if I do, like, I don't think you actually have to spend. I think you just have to get further in the story to unlock both of those slots, right? Oh, the Valkyrie is pretty sexy. I can't lie. She's looking good or whatever. There's in peak shape there. Jeez. But yeah, so things are getting a little bit more complicated and harder. I skipped past all the boring stuff. I was showing these fights. I have a couple smaller boss fights, but this one is the cool one, right? And I was doing things slightly wrong. Like with your skills, I was only using 2 this whole time up until now. Like, all I had to do is go to the friggin' skill manual shop and buy the books and activate the skills. So I did that last night. So I have 4 running out, and you can have 8 skills going all at the same time. So as you can see, my combat system is getting even better and better, right? And like I said, I was going through all the stats, and for each class there's 50 different stats. So like attack has 50 different stats, defense has 50 different stats, HP has 50 different stats, and debuff has 50 different stats. There's like some crazy stuff in this. So the one thing I can say, there's no dodge button in this, right? So like, I harp on the other game that doesn't have a jump. This one doesn't have a dodge, but there's a dodge mechanic in here, and you just build your dodge, and that's an auto thing that happens. You just don't get hit, right? So it's not really needed. So, and like I said, you can customize this auto battle, and I'm just showing you here like how much faster I can kill stuff now using all 4 of my skills, like, because I have like poison cloud now and disrupt and all sorts of other stuff, right? She's a mage that does a ton of crazy stuff, and there's a ton more skills to unlock still. So like, you can have a really cool variety of skills set up. But anyway, here you go. You collect all the login stuff, and as you see today, it's I get 5 mount pulls for free today, and then tomorrow I get 11, and then 2 days after that there's another 11 for free. So like, there's 5 free pulls right there for mounts, right? And you'll see I get a different one, and then you can fuse 4 together and make a new one of the lower ones. You can get a higher quality one or lower quality or whatever. It's all chance, same thing, right? So here's me collecting all this stuff right now. Scoodly doodly. I don't mess around too much, but as you can see, and I wanted to show you later too, I do click on it and while we're in the fight, but I'm going to use all 5 of these summons right now at once. But like, that mead and the roast beef and the spearmint or the hemlock bane or whatever it is, the wine plant. So look, at now I got a moose I could ride around on. Like, I'm gonna have to, obviously, because I'm Canadian, eh? Gonna ride my moose down to Tim Hortons and get myself a friggin' coffee, eh? So look at, there's a moose. Yeah, how Canadian is that? You can't get much better than that. That's awesome. I literally get to ride a moose around, the Canadian fucking Norse game player. But yeah, see, then I got the hawk, and I make a moth later, but I like this hawk skin. So that's the thing, my top bird there gives me the most movement speed and all that stuff. The seagull with the helmet, as you can see, the stats on the left is 25% movement speed and all that. So he's the toughest one, so I'm gonna equip that one. But what I like about this game is if I want to use this skin, that's no problem. So I technically have my strongest mount equipped, but I just make it look different, right? So I enjoy that kind of stuff. Complete customization. And I can confirm 100%, like if you make 3 different characters like I did there, all this stuff is shared between, like your mount and even your character skins, because I put the fancy skin I got from my alchemist girl onto my other alchemist. It was just in my inventory. And while you're doing this, you can farm materials that aren't even for your class or your character, but there is a storage thing in Manaheim, in the stage main city. You go to the storage and just put the stuff in there, and then you can go there with your other tune and pick it up. So you can literally use one of your overpowered tunes, if you have one, your strong tunes, to go farm a bunch of stuff and then instantly have a bunch of good stuff for a new toon that's starting out. So you can just grab it up and equip all the good stuff right away, right? So that's pretty cool. You can do that. So it's a shared inventory between all your toons. So that is nice. They don't do that in a lot of games where they let you share the stuff back and forth. So that's what I mean, how this is reminding me of Marvel Future Revolution a lot, because there's so many things that are identical, like the way you run around and farm stuff, the way you're collecting stuff, like how it'll go into idle, just the menu interactions and stuff like that, right? So now I'm going to fast travel to the Serpent's Lair. But yeah, I'm not saying it is that game, but it's like they took the bones of that and all the essence of it and then just made it into a Norse mythology game. And I swear, my character model here looks almost exactly like Magic did in Marvel Future Revolution. So, like, I'm just having nostalgia like crazy and flashbacks. So here's another thing I was doing wrong. You see, you didn't see it there, but I just un-auto-equipped 2 of my skills, because last time I was trying to fight Jormungandr, I'd go through all this stuff, and I wasn't realizing I was using up all my MP before I even got to him, so I had, like, no special attacks to hit them, so I was getting, like, one shot, right? So I figured it out better. I shut off a couple skills now so I don't lose MP, and then I almost died on the way there, which normally doesn't happen. But yeah, see here, movement speed 15%, defense 5, dodge 2. Just brings out your XP and all that, HP regeneration, MP regeneration. So this food stuff isn't just food, they're buffs. I ate all those things, and now for 20 minutes I have all those buffs going. I'm a little bit of an increase, right? And then that's what I mean, the enemies are stronger, because I almost died up in this next little second part here. But I didn't die. I had to jump back down and run away and actually let my health potions kick in, though. I've never had to do that before. To completely run away from a fight so I could heal without dying, right? You die, you have to restart all over and stuff like that, and it costs a thing. And the climbing in this is actually pretty damn good. You can friggin' this vault up mountains like 90 and stuff. If you can jump and connect to it, like I noticed some castles, they added like almost like a static layer over it where you can't even cling to it anywhere, because you'd probably be able to climb too high, like right out of the map or something like that, right? Because there's some high points in this friggin' game. Like, I've been climbing and exploring more, and it's still beautiful. But look at this. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna friggin' die. I literally have to run away and heal up here for a minute, but no big deal. I just hang out over here for a minute, heal up, and then go back and do my thing. And then we fight Jormungandr, and I don't even know. I'm gonna think I'm gonna start putting music into these fights with this game now and stuff too, because like I ain't quitting. I think I'm just gonna keep going and going. I'm just starting to scratch the surface. Like I said, now I'm starting to unlock more skills. I can have 8 of them up there, like, and then I want to see what there is for, like, I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff gonna be in this. And if this is how the game is starting, wow, that was quite the whistle with that starting. That was weird. But yeah, the way this game is starting, like, what kind of improvements are they gonna make? Because like it's already almost a perfect game to me, the way they have it, right? The one thing is, like, if you're in auto and stuff, you do limit how fun you make it, right? I like playing in auto a little bit more than this, and that's the thing. You just got to move out of the way for those red attacks there too, right? It's like DMC, but there's no real quick dodge to get out of there. So that might be just another skill that we have to unlock though too. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, it's when you go into manual, you can actually have a lot of fun here too, and be creative and stuff. So, but right now I'm just doing this and it's working, and I like it. So yeah, everything's starting to get more interesting now. All the bosses are just getting bigger and badder now and stuff. And like when you fight something now, you have to fight like a regular snake, and then a striped snake, and then like a fucking armored snake. Everything is always 3 waves now, and you have to kill 30 at a time now out in the open world and stuff, right? So like it's getting more intense. And me just using 2 skills up to this point wasn't really a big deal, honestly, because I didn't quite need it. Now I need to be stronger, but now that's the thing. Using all 4 skills at once will drain your MP a lot faster too. So now I got to find ways to build up my MP and blah blah. Here we go. This is where the fine-tuning of builds comes in, right? Actually get to start really thinking about it and strategizing and theory crafting on this stuff and what's going to work best and blah blah blah. I still love DMC, but honestly, it's become flat, kind of, because it's all the same stuff over and over, and I understand that game completely. I know exactly what to use to make the most overpowered friggin' combos and stuff, too, and do the highest damage, right? So it's nice to be able to figure something out again. Because DMC, they keep scaling up our strength and making us way stronger, but they're not giving us any harder or newer bosses. But I hear Virgil is coming as a boss battle. They are adding stuff. They're just taking their time. So, but I think it's a good time because everybody's hyping up that PGR. I still think PGR sucks, personally, honestly. I don't care if they added a jump mechanic in after and stuff. You shouldn't have to add some. It's just weird. I personally don't like the combat system, and I don't think I ever will, even with jump and stuff like that. Well, I hear Virgil and Dante are going to be different, but like that's just two tunes from my main game franchise. That's hilarious. That's what you're basing all your success on is another game's success. Like, give me a break. I seriously have never heard of friggin' protect or punishing Grey Raven before this DMC crap. It's never once popped up on my suggested games, even when I put in like fighting games and stuff. I've never even seen it, not once. But look at this. Look how awesome Jormungandr looks. But anyway, I think I'm gonna shut up and actually put a little music on for this fight because it is kind of cool. Yeah, but it's so they made this one maybe obviously gonna get a lot harder too. But they made this one. And are we fighting on his body? I'm pretty sure because there's scales. Yeah, we're on his body. All he really has to do is move to kill us. That's how big this guy is. That platform we're on is his body. I thought so. It scales, and then I can see it wrap off into the distance over there. So he's only using part of his body to fight it. So he's not even doing anything. But look at, I think the graphics are really good in this. It's cool, and this is kind of funny. He just comes in to look at us, and that's when we get to attack him, right? But yeah, it's pretty badass. I'm loving it. Look at the beautiful animations and stuff, right? Yeah, so much for music, but yeah, because I just kept talking, but maybe I'll do it now. All right. Till next time, good gaming. Yeah. Woo! Die, serpent.